So you can allow the eyes to close if you wish. Now taking a deep breath down into the base of the abdomen, and you might even take this moment to place your hands on your lower belly. And as you breathe, just feel the breath pushing out your lower abdomen, just helping to connect with the body in a conscious way. So as we breathe in, the lungs expand, the diaphragm pushes down and pushes out the abdomen. And bringing your awareness up to the ribs. Again, you might even wish to place your hands on your ribs here and feel them expand. You might even place them in different places. You can feel the expansion on the back of the ribs. We often think of the ribs expanding at the front, but they expand all the way around. So you can even place your hands on different parts of the body, just connecting in with a sense of the breathing. Just this relaxed presence, breathing naturally, not trying to change anything. Noticing, is the breath long and deep, or is it short and shallow? And of course, each breath is different from the one that's gone before and the one that is to follow. Noticing the quality of the mind, whether it's contracted and tight, perhaps it's a little busy, or perhaps you're already feeling quite relaxed and spacious. And however you are is fine. It's just useful and kind to notice where we are and just acknowledge that before we begin our practice. And it may be that there is an intention that you wish to set for this class. It could be something simple as to stretch the body or to relax, to improve your flexibility, to create some space for yourself. So just allowing yourself to set any intention that you wish to set for this session. Breathing that in. Exhaling, relaxing, nice and tall. So we're upright and alert. We're relaxed and open with a dignified posture. On your next inhale, take your arms around, up and overhead, stretching up to the sky, taking a look up to the ceiling and feeling how that engages your back body. And as you exhale, bringing the palms of the hands back down, taking your knees to one side, coming on to your hands and knees and pushing yourself up. Walk your hands in and let's roll up the body nice and slowly, one vertebra at a time, finishing with rolling the shoulders back and down. And then we're going to come to the top of our mat with Tadasana. We're going to do some sun salutations, get the body nice and warm. So coming to the top of your mat. So by the top, I mean the short edge of your mat, or you might be using a towel. Whatever you are using is fine. So we begin in Tadasana. So I'm going to stand this way, but you can stay standing the other way. But I'm just going to demonstrate. So we roll the shoulders back and down to our mountain pose. Elbows pointing backwards, so the elbow creases forwards. Our chest is nice and open with a smile across the collarbones. We're lifting the kneecaps and squeezing the thighs. And you might wish here to lift up the toes, so come back onto your heels, spread the toes nice and wide, and then roll them back down onto the mat. Engaging the core a little here, so we're squeezing in the belly a little, about 30 or 40%. Little squeeze in the bum, and then we've got that lift in the kneecaps, so we're nice and mountainous here, stable and solid. So let's take a deep breath here. Exhale, feel that groundedness into the earth. On the next exhale, rise the arms up and find the hands meeting each other in prayer position, Anjali position. As you exhale, we're going to swan dive, trying to keep that back nice and straight and lifting the belly up to the sky towards the spine, and find yourself in forward fold. Bend the knees a lot if you need to, hands touching the floor. And if you wish, you can try straightening the legs to give those hamstrings a little wakey this morning, or actually it's afternoon now. Let's take an inhale to come to flat back. So shoulders away from ears here. Move that slightly. Shoulders away from ears, keeping the back nice and straight. If you need to, you can come up higher here, so you can have your hands on your thighs, but we're aiming to keep nice and straight from the lower back all the way up to the base of the skull. Exhaling, coming back down to your forward fold. And let's take a step back into a lunge here. Placing the knee down, and we're going to twist. So placing your other hand, this hand flat down on the ground, inhaling to twist, so revolving the spine here. So here we should feel some movement, some stretching in the groin, in the hips, and we're also going to inhale and revolve the spine where we can. So maybe just limbering that a little bit, so you can inhale, out, exhale, and inhale, so just taking that movement a bit, getting some movement in the spine. And then finally exhale back down. Take an inhale here, lift up the leg. Let's exhale back to downward facing dog. So fingertips spread nice, so we've got a nice base there, hips lifted up to the sky, and we're going to take each heel in turn, pressing down towards the ground. Thinking about bringing our chest through towards our thighs. You could just look between the knees here. Making sure that we are not too narrow in our downward dog, so we want to be nice and wide here. Maybe bending the knees, doing a little bit of a circle here, waking up the knees and the hips. If this is too much for your shoulders, feel free to come down onto your forearms and do the same thing here. So when you're ready, find yourself back in downward dog, bending the knees, take a look between the hands, step through one leg into lunge, step through, finding ourselves back in forward fold. Let's inhale, lift the breath, lift the arms overhead. Let's squeeze the bum here, bend the knees slightly, and come back to a baby back bend. So thinking about pressing the chest forward, squeezing the bum here to protect the lower back. Just a baby back bend here, shining the heart forward. Let's exhale, come all the way back down. Inhale to lift halfway. Our flat back extension, remember, option. We can come down here, we can come here, we can be up here, but we are looking for the spine to be nice and long, so we're going to keep that core engaged. Let's come back down and step back with our other leg, so the front leg this time. So into our lunge, let's lower the knee, place this hand, the front hand, flat down on the floor, and inhale, take a nice exhale as you twist here. That's it, so we're twisting towards the knee that is bent. So yeah, if you've changed sides, we just try and do the opposite side this time. And if you wish, you can try moving back, so taking that hand a bit further over away from the body, so twisting the spine. So this is our first twist, so we're just going to take this fairly gently, just getting some movement in the spine, and then exhale the hand back down. Okay, so this time we're going to come back to downward dog again, and we're going to roll forward, so rolling through the spine on your tiptoes, placing knees, chest and chin down on the ground, and then roll the shoulder blades back, keeping the arms bent, and just lift the chest. So here, thinking about the thoracic spine, so this part here, the middle of the spine, we're thinking about lifting, about bending that, so we're shining the heart forwards and squeezing the butt here again to protect the lower back. And let's do some little cobra push-ups here. So let's exhale back down to the ground. I'm going to inhale to come up. So squeezing the upper back, exhale to come down. So you can have your hands up or down here. So I'm going to try and keep my hands hovering off the ground, and you can do that too if you want to. I will just place a little bit more of the emphasis on your spine, on your back muscles here. So just doing some little grounded or lifted baby cobra push-ups. Come down to rest. I'm going to come back via the knees, tucking the toes and push back to downward facing dog. So looking through the knees, thinking about lifting the hips nice and high up to the sky. And then if you can, easing the heels downwards. This might take time, so it might be that your heels are nowhere near the ground, and that's fine. Seeing if you can bring your upper body through so that you've got a nice straight line between your hands and your tailbone, so the back is nice and straight. Let's take an inhale here. And then we're going to exhale back down. See if we can come into chaturanga, crocodile, and then see if we can even lift up to upward facing dog. Chest lifted here. We also lift the knees and the hips. If this is too much, feel free to come back down a little bit, bending the arms and come back to cobra, or you can come a little bit higher into cobra here. So we're going to have a little baby cobra or a higher cobra or upward facing dog. Okay, let's tuck those toes in, push back to downward facing dog, stepping the back leg through this time. Feel that little stretch in the hips here, and coming back to our forward fold. Inhaling the arms up. This time clasping the hands here behind. Let's open up the chest. And again, if we can, take a little baby back bend, remembering to engage the core, that's the belly, the abdominals and the glutes here. Bend the knees a little if that helps. Look up to the sky and pulling your arms back and down. How are you feeling? Are you feeling nice and warm yet? Can you give me a thumbs up if you're feeling nice and warm? Excellent. Okay, we're going to move into some standing strength. We're just going to do a little warrior sequence, and then we're going to come down to the ground. So I'd like to invite you to stand in the center of your mat and to inhale the arms up with the palms facing down. And then if you're on Zoom, you might be able to see yourself if you've got your self view on, if you've got your camera on. So I'd like you to step and just take a look and see if your feet are underneath your wrists. That's where we'd like the hands to be over the ankles, so we're nice and wide. Okay, and then pick up the toes of your right foot and turn them towards the right hand side. So we keep the torso, the chest and the hips facing forwards. Let's take an inhale, and as we exhale, drop the hips, bending the knee and keeping the arms nice and straight, level with the shoulders, looking lovely, excellent. Keeping that knee out over the second toe here, engaging, so powering up through this back leg, because we're going to need this to stay powered up, and pressing through the outer edge of that back foot. So check that we haven't moved over a little bit. So like if you just want to, that's it, beautiful. So aligning the shoulders over the hips, looking good, Joy, excellent. So looking out over the fingertips now, allowing the shoulders to relax. There can be a tendency to hold a bit of tension in the shoulders here, so allowing them to relax. Let us breathe into Warrior Two here, feeling the power. So we're kind of pushing against the earth while the earth is supporting us. Okay, so we're going to inhale back now. So reaching back with the arms, so towards your left hand, and then exhale forward towards your right hand. Inhale back, exhale forwards. And this time we're going to take the forearm of the right arm and place it on the right thigh. And let's inhale and take that left arm straight over, so pointing it straight up. So we've got this lovely line between the arm, that's it, looking lovely, you look fabulous, and the other leg. Let's inhale and open the chest. So we're shining the heart forwards here, so opening up the armpit towards the sky and shining the heart forwards. Breathing here. And then we're going to inhale and rotate. So we take our left hand back to our left thigh. And let's inhale here. And this time we're going to open the heart to the sky in our Sun Warrior. So make sure we're still lowering the legs here if you can. And then this time we're going to exhale and see if we can come down. So either stop here with the forearm on the thigh, or if you want more, bring your arm down to the ground. Other option is to reach around and take hold of the thigh here and then rotate your chest forward. So take your option here. Keep breathing, feeling that strength, pressing through that back foot and feeling the energy between the fingertips and the back foot. Okay, let's lift up and rise. Give the legs a shake if you need to, especially your right leg. Let's do the same again on the other side. So taking the arms out nice and wide, stepping out, so feet are underneath wrists. Picking up the toes of your left foot this time, turning them towards the top of your mat here. Looking out over your left fingertips. Let's just check that the torso is still facing forwards here. Take a nice deep inhale, feel the chest lift and open, feel the shoulder blades coming together here. Inhale, exhale, drop the hips down and bending the left knee. Take a look out over the fingertips. Feel your back foot. Feel the outer edge of your back foot on the right side, pressing into the earth. And feel as you press through both feet, feel how that powers up the legs. Engaging the core here and allowing the lower body to support you and the upper body to almost float here in this warrior two position. Let's again inhale back to the right side. Exhale, seeing if you can keep the legs nice and stable here. Inhale back. Exhale forwards. Taking the forearm to the thigh and inhaling up and over, so we've got that straight line from the fingertips to the foot, engaging the core here, so giving the butt a bit of engagement, powering the legs. Let's inhale, open, so rotating slightly here, so we're lifting the chest because there can be a tendency to collapse a bit. Are you both looking good there? Excellent. Let's inhale back to our reverse warrior, Sun Warrior. And open the chest here. Again, so let's open the heart up to the sky. Try a smile on your face, see how that feels. Imagine that you're really saying, yeah, it's a sunny day, it's beautiful. Feel that energy, golden radiance coming down on you. And then exhale, choosing whether to stop here or if you want more, again, opening the chest. So staying here if you need to, or binding around the side, yogi's choice. Dropping down into the hips here. If you've come up slightly, take a nice inhale, chest open, exhale, let's rise and come out. Lovely. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of balance here. I'm going to move my mat because I've got my thick mat with me today, and the thicker the mat, the harder it is to balance. So we are going to begin with an intense pose with side bend. So I'm going to show you from the side. So we lift the arms up and we sit the bum down. So this is also called chair pose. So it's like you're sitting back on a chair. So bring your weight into your heels, maybe lift the toes to help to emphasize that. And you can do this with the knees apart, or if it's easier, have the legs hip width apart. That's absolutely fine too. So biceps by ears, back nice and straight. Check you're not sticking your bum out. Give it a little tuck in if it needs it. And let's breathe here. So just gazing forwards. This will get you in the legs. This is a nice strong pose for the legs here. You'll feel this in the quads. And let's challenge ourselves. Let's come up onto the toes if we can, and see if we can sink down a bit more. So lifting the heels, coming down onto the toes. Oh, that is burning my legs. That's it, keep the arms up, beautiful. Okay, drop the heels back down. Take an inhale and let's stretch over to the right side. So we want the stretch not to come forward, we want the stretch to come straight over to the side. So it might just be that this is a small stretch. Feeling that along the side of the body. Let's inhale back up and exhale to the other side. Feeling the stretch, reaching up with the arms. Inhale to center, let's do that again. On the other side. Inhale up, take that once more to the other side. Okay, come back to standing. We have got one more pose. This will challenge your balance a little. We are going to do Garudasana. There are options here. So this pose, Garudasana, is eagle pose. It involves both the legs and the arms. So you have a choice. You can simply stick with the legs, or you can stick with the arms. So it's really up to you. Don't worry about the arms looking all twisty. I will talk you through that. So coming into balance on your right leg. So shifting your center of gravity, and we're beginning to lift the heel on the left foot. And then, so if you're going with the legs, otherwise just stand in Tadasana here. If you're going to do the legs as well, let's cross the left thigh over the right leg. So you can be like this, or you can tuck the leg in, or you can have the toes on the ground. So it's really up to you, just so long as you can balance. That's the main thing here. So then we're going to take the left arm here, and we're going to take the right arm underneath. So we have like wings here, and then if you can, bring the palms of the hands together. Lovely. I'm going to turn this way so that you can see a bit better. So now this is the challenge. Take an inhale. So feel rooted down here in your right leg. Inhale and lift the arms up. And as you exhale, begin to round the spine and pull the hands forward as you lean gently forwards. So extending the spine, and really feel that across the shoulder blades. Can you feel that across the shoulders? This is great if you do a lot of sitting at a desk. Looking great. Keep breathing. Put the foot down if you need to. And inhaling back up to standing. Give the legs a shake. We're going to do that on the other side. Okay, so coming into your left leg, finding the center of gravity, beginning to gently lift that right foot, crossing over, and each side is different. So it might be that this foot needs to be on the ground if the other one was lifted, or it might be that you can do the full wrapping here. We are all different and each side is different. So when you're ready, we're bringing the right arm underneath the left this time. And if you can, remember that the option is just to do legs here, and you can simply bend forward, but see that you're all engaging. So let's begin to inhale the arms up and then forwards as we begin to tip forwards. Feeling that beautiful stretch across the upper back. Find a spot to focus on to help with your balance. Looking amazing. Let's inhale up. Give the arms a shake. Give the legs a shake. And let's come back down to the ground. So you can find yourself on your hands and knees facing the long edge of your mat this time. So we're going to be facing forwards this time. Yeah, grab water anytime you need to. So onto our hands and knees. We're going to do some more twisting of the spine here. So we're going to find ourselves in horse stance. So take your knees a bit wider than hip width. So from the side, looks like this. From the front, looks like this. You can take your knees as wide as feels comfortable for you. So we're going to take the left arm. So take the hand So it's about underneath your shoulder. Take the right hand and thread it through. So place the side of your face and the side of the head of your shoulder on the ground. That's it. And then press with the hand. So press with the hand, the palm into the floor, and feel how that really levers the twist here. And breathe in deeply to the back. And as you exhale, just see if there's a little bit more revolving that can happen in the spine here. And we keep pressing through, squeezing the knees together. Okay, lovely. Take a nice deep exhale. Empty the breath from the body. And then let's inhale, bringing the arm out. Inhale the arm all the way up. Keep squeezing the inner thighs here. And taking the arm over, so we're stretching the spine in a different direction here. But you might want to walk that hand that's down on the ground a little bit more into the middle, and that will help you to lever the back round a bit further. So you can take that hand into the middle. And coming back down. And we're going to do the same on the other side. So taking the left arm, threading it through, so placing this arm under the shoulder on this side, threading the left arm through, bringing the head of the shoulder, the side of the face to the ground. Make sure that your bum doesn't sit back too much here. And pressing into your right hand, and feel how that makes a difference in your upper back. Breathing into the back. A nice deep inhale. Exhale, emptying the body of breath. On the next inhale, begin to take the left arm out. Move the right hand into the middle here. And let's keep inhaling all the way around. So you're kind of using this hand here to lever this twist and taking that as far as feels comfortable. So we want to feel a stretch in the back. You can look up to the fingertips. If you've got any problems with the neck, just keep looking down. Squeeze those inner thighs together here, and that will help. Feel the stretch between the arms. Let's exhale, bringing that arm back down. We're going to finish with a supine twist. So coming onto your back, just rolling down. Give your knees a hug. Take the arms out wide. Palms can be up or down. And I'm coming into a tabletop position with the legs. Take a deep inhale here. And as you exhale, see if you can use the obliques for this, the side abdominal muscles, to lower your legs down, keeping the shoulder on the floor. So you might want to look in the opposite direction. And if it feels good, take the foot of the top leg and you can lift that up higher. That will give you an extra delicious, juicy stretch down the side of the top leg here. And we're simply going to breathe in this position. So breathing and relaxing. Feeling that stretch in the leg, in the glute, down the side of the knee if you've got your leg straightened. Bringing the knees back together. Inhaling, again using the obliques to lift them up to center. So seeing if you can squeeze your abs to lift them up to center and keep going. So exhale and take them over to the other side. Oh, that feels so good in the spine. It feels really nice. So then if you like, again on this side, you can take the leg up, you can hold the foot if you wish, taking that leg out straight, looking over your front shoulder to help keep the shoulders down on the ground. And relax as much as you can here, so breathing deeply into the body. Exhaling, sinking into the ground and feeling that gorgeous stretch. The gentle twist in the spine and the stretch in your outstretched leg. Or it might be that you've got your knees together and your legs bent, and you can just enjoy this gentle twist in the spine. Just relaxing here. When you're ready, bringing the legs back together if they've been apart. Inhaling the legs to center, back to tabletop. This time we're going to place the soles of the feet together and allow the knees to be open in extended bound angle pose or extended butterfly. Let's take the arms overhead and grasp the opposite elbow. Lengthening the spine, feeling the hips open. This lovely stretch, keeping the lower back on the ground. Allowing the eyes to close. And we're going to just do some breathing here in this position. This is our final stretch. And the lovely thing about this pose is you really don't need to do anything apart from breathe and relax. You can play with the position of your feet. You can bring your feet closer towards your groin, or you can take them further away. That's up to you. So just doing what you feel you need to do in this position. Getting your back ribs against the mat as you breathe in. Feeling the softening and relaxing of the body as you exhale. Allowing the face to soften here. Soft face. Soft belly. Soft lower back. Soft rib cage. Soft hips. Soft buttocks just melting into the ground. Gentle stretch in the groin, allowing it to be soft. And as we relax the Golgi tendons of the muscles, elongate. This is the relaxation reflex. The body knows it's safe to relax and lengthen. Letting the legs and the knees be soft, the ankles and the feet relax. Scanning up through the body, the chest open. Rising and falling as you inhale and exhale. Feeling the gentle stretch on the side of the body. The serratus anterior and the pectoral muscles slightly stretched with your arms overhead, so you might feel that just outside your armpits, just in the back of the shoulder. It's a delicious stretch for the body. Maybe even a little in the triceps and the back of the arms. Letting the hands and the forearms be soft too. You might like to invite a gentle smile to your face, just soft, upward turning of the corners of the mouth. Feel how the face and the eyes soften, how the body relaxes a little more when we smile. Taking a deep breath in here, really filling the body as much as you can. Trying that again. Filling the body as much as you can with air, feeling that sense of beautiful fullness of this nourishing air. Stretching, maybe pressing the knees out, even lifting the body slightly here, arching the back, holding that sense of fullness, and slowly as you can, let the body soften as you exhale. Float back down to the earth, allowing it to fully support you again. Invitation now is to stretch each foot, each leg, point the toes, to take the arms overhead, and to take a deep inhale and stretch the body. So stretching from the fingertips to the toes here, really stretching the body as long as you can. And then exhaling, bringing the hands back down to the sides. Bringing your knees into your chest, rolling from side to side. Giving the back a bit of a massage. I'll be rolling back and forth. It's lunchtime, so we're probably not going to go to sleep now. So let's rock and roll. And if you can, coming up to a seated position. And we're just going to take 3 breaths here to finish and absorb this practice. So just sitting in a comfortable position. Taking a deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And letting the breath trickle out on the exhale. Inhale. And gently exhale. Let's just do one more inhale, taking the arms up and overhead. Meet the hands in Anjali Mudra, prayer position. Exhale, bring the hands down to center, to the heart. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today. I hope that you've had a nice stretch and that you feel relaxed.
Thank you very much. Thank you.